Okay, now let us make a program for printing a triangle. So first of all we will be including iostream.h header file and include conio.h header file. iostream.h header file will be used for input-output streams, namely cin and cout, and conio.h we will be making use of for the functions, namely clear screen and getch, which holds the screen, get character function. Also we will be making use of one more function, go to xy. Now let us see what is this go to xy. Go to xy positions the cursor in the text window. It requires two arguments. First is column and second is row. Okay, so in C++ we will be having the total number of columns will be 80 and total number of rows are 25. So this is a function we will be making use of for positioning the cursor. So let us start with the main function. Now let us say I want to print the triangle using stars. So first of all we will be inputting the height of our triangle. Let us say if the user enters 3, then in that case we should print first of all 1 star, in the second row we should print 3 star, and in the third row we should be printing 5 stars. So it will look like a triangle. Clear screen. Enter the height of a triangle. Integer height and scene height. Now we get the height of a triangle from the user. Now let us position our cursor to the center of the screen, that is 40th column, and say third row. So we will be printing our triangle from this position. So now we will be requiring two more variables, namely column and row. So column will be 40 and row is 3, which we are positioning. Next we will be requiring one more variable, count, which we should initialize by 1. This count variable will be used for printing the number of stars. It will be holding the value that how many stars will be printed. So in first row we will have to print 1 star, the count value is 1. In the second row the count value should be 3. In the third row the count value should be 5, and so on. That is, every time we have to increase the value of count by 2 to print the accurate number of stars. Now let us say we have to print triangle two more variables will be used, I and j, which we will be making use of in for loops. We will be requiring two for loops, the outer and inner for loop, for building our logic. So for I is equals to 1 to I less than or equal to height, this outer for loop will be used for printing the stars to the total number of height which the user has entered. Now the inner loop for j equal to 1 to j less than or equal to count, this will be printing for this for loop, inner for loop will be used for printing the number of stars in that particular row. Cout star so inner for loop ends here. Now for next row, what we want, initially the count value is 1, so this inner for loop will be looping only one time, j equal to 1 to j less than or equal to count, that is j less than or equal to 1. So 1 star will be printed. Now in the next time we require 3 stars should be printed. Also we require that the second row should be such that the 3 stars should be printed in that position, so that the second star comes exactly down the first star which we have printed in the first row. That is, the column should be decreased by 1 every time, row should be increased by 1 every time, and count should be increased by 2 every time. So let us build the logic. So now our column will be column minus 1, row will be row plus 1. Let us now position our cursor. And count should be increased by 2. So this builds our logic. This outer for loop ends. Get ch function, get character for holding the output screen. And here our main ends. Let us now save this program. Let us say by name 3. Compile the program by pressing the key Alt or F9. We get some errors, statement missing. Okay. Again save the program, compile the program, Alt or F9, we get the success. Control F9. Okay, so now enter the height of the triangle. Let us say enter 5. So our triangle is printed. Let us enter another height. And it is correctly printed. Okay. Let us enter another height. It is again correctly printing. Now let us extend this program for printing the diamond. Now for diamond, what we should do, if the user enters the height 3, then we should print, in the first row we should print 1 star, in the second row we should print 3 star, in the third row we should print 5 stars, in the fourth row we should print again 3 star, and in the fifth row we should print 1 star, so it will look like a diamond. So for extending our logic, print diamond. Okay, so enter the height of a diamond. Now suppose the user has entered height of a triangle to be 3, then in that case in the last 5 stars must have been printed. In the first row 1, in the second row 3, and in the third row 5. So here our column value must have been decreased by 1 after the stars have been printed. So in the next, when I want to print the 5 stars have been printed, now I want to print 3 stars. So in that case I should position my column by 2 ahead, because one time we have decreased the column here, and another thing is now we will be printing the 3 stars, so the column should be increased by 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So now our new column value should be the previous value plus 2. Row has been increased by 1 in the for loop, in the previous for loop, so it is at the correct position. So now let us position our cursor, go to XY, column, comma, row. This positions our cursor at the correct position. Now how about the count, the number of stars? So in the previous, if we have printed 5 star for 3 rows, then this count would have been increased by 2 after these stars, 5 stars have been printed. That is, now the count value is 7, and in the next row we want to print 3 stars, so there is a difference of 4. So count should be decreased by 4. So count should be count minus 4. Okay, now the same logic which we have used for a triangle, we will copy it and apply here. Now let us say what changes we have to make here. So now if we have printed 3 rows, that is 1 star, 3 star, and then 5 star. So now we require to print 3 star and 1 star, that is 1 less than the height. So this outer for loop should be height minus 1. Count value is perfect, no problem. Now the column should be increased by 1, because now the number of stars which we will be printing in every rows will be decreased by 2. So now column value should be increased by 1. Row is okay. Also the count value should be now, in place of increasing, we should now decrease it by 2. And this completes our logic. Let us save this program, compile the program, and then by Control F9 run the program. So enter the height of a diamond. Let us say I enter 7. So our diamond will be printed. Again, let us say the height of 10. Okay, again run the program by entering the height to be 1, 11. So our diamond is printing correctly.